Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's our way of saying thank you to all our distributors, all our suppliers, all our believers, everyone who made Frontrow what it is now. We didn't think it would be this big. It was never in my wildest dreams na it's gonna be like this. We started out very, very small. Of course, hindi ako nahiyang ikwento kung paano nag-umpisa si Frontrow. Maliit lang talaga si Frontrow. Ang unang mission lang namin was makatulong ng mga members namin within Frontrow. Tapos, hindi ko alam na 9-10 years from that time, which is now, hindi lang kami nakakatulong within Frontrow, nakakatulong pa kami at nakakabahagi pa kami at nakaka-touch at nakaka-affect pa kami ng mga tao outside Frontrow. Yan yung mga charities na tinutulungan natin. And of course, hindi naman namin matutulungan yung charities na yon kung hindi dahil din sa inyo na tumutulong. Mga vloggers, mga press friends who help us. Because, multi-level marketing is a very risky topic. A lot of us have heard, not had, but have heard of many bad experiences from your friends, from your neighbors, from your classmates, and all that. And the reason why we put up Frontrow is to prove to the whole Philippines and hopefully the whole world that network marketing or multi-level marketing is a legitimate business and it's very lucrative and it can indeed change lives. So, done properly, done well, and if you actually just train yourself and know your purpose on how to do it, on why you're doing it. Actually, I was with Vice over Halloween. We were together in Japan and we were talking about purpose. That's one thing we were talking about. We had dinner and we went out, we went partying and all that. But ang usapan namin was 90% on purpose. Sinabi niya, RS, ito ang purpose ko sa buhay. Ganito, ganito, ganito. Ang Frontrow, ito rin ang purpose sa buhay. May purpose kayo. Hindi tayo pwedeng tumigil. Hindi tayo pwedeng tumigil kasi marami tayong not just members, but marami tayong mga organization na pwede pa nating matulungan. I'm not running for politics. That's so everyone, no, I'm not at all. Kasi meron nagtanong once, kaya mo ginagawa itong Frontrow Cares, maybe in a few years you'll run. Never. Never will I run. I'm happy doing this quietly. Maybe lumalakas lang because of you guys talking about it, writing about it. But hindi nyo alam na sa pagsulat nyo, mas maraming tao nagtitiwala sa Frontrow at mas nadadalian kaming mag-reach out sa mga organisasyon na hindi pa namin natatap. Marami pa dyan, marami pa nangangailangan and hindi namin kaya ni Sam gawin yan. With Sharon's help, with Regine's help, with Gary's help and everyone else. Next year, abangan nyo. Meron akong may mga pasabog ulit si Frontrow na ano talaga, oo. At meron kami pasabog ni Catriona soon. So, ayun. Meron. So, madami kaming niluluto. Pero ngayon, sayang, hindi na pa Gary V. Oh, questions? Yes.
So, what can you tell to the previews or people who have been member from Frontrow but they stop? What you can tell?
You know, one thing beautiful about Frontrow is your membership doesn't expire. I understand you guys have ups and downs and all that, also in your personal lives. And perhaps na in love, or perhaps naging busy sa school, or perhaps kailangan magpuntang abroad may asikaso and all. But you know the good thing about Frontrow, there's no expiry. They can come back and resume what they have started. So for everybody, lahat ng members na naging inactive, I'm not gonna say nag-stop, but naging inactive, well, I understand that. Feel free to come back. You just can come back and start from where you have left off. Tapos Frontrow is still here. We haven't changed. In fact, we have changed for the better. Mas marami ng maganda, mas marami ng innovations and all. So sa lahat ng mga Frontrow members na inactive, it's never too late. We can still reach for your dreams. Yes?
No, the main question na talagang sa utak ko is, what started this all? Diba? Kasi kinuwento nyo kung saan kayo nag-start. Pero ano yung seed na nag-start talaga?
To be personal about it, I used to be an actor, a theater actor. And I realized I wasn't gonna be able to feed my family just by doing stage plays here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Na hindi ko mapapakain ng pamilya ko sa paggawa lang ng mga play, mga sa entablado and all. So, may isa akong kaibigan, si Jessica Sanchez, sinabi niya, ba't di ka mag-advertising? Sabi ko, ano gagawin ko sa advertising? Aarte ako, sabi, hindi, mag-direct ka na lang. Malaki ang bayan sa advertising. Eh, hindi ko naman po pangarap maging direktor. Pero ginawa ko yon kasi kailangan ko talagang kumita. At dahil ang kurso ko po sa UPI Mascom, ginawa ko na rin, nag-direct ako ng commercials. I've done commercials since 96, 97 hanggang 2006 or 2007. So, ganun katagal ko ginawa ang advertising. Pero napapagod na ako kasi hindi yun yung nasa puso ko. Ginagawa ko lang yun para makakain, para mabayaran yung meral ko, para mapaparty ko yung mami ko, para ganun. Pero hindi ko talaga, wala sa puso ko yung pagdidirect ng commercials kasi ang gusto ko talaga umarte ng umarte. So I got burnt out. Hanggang sa may isa akong kaibigan from UP na inimbitahan ako, tingnan ko daw ang mundo ng multi-level marketing. Of course, gaya yung lahat na nandito, ang sagot ko, no way. Sabi ko, no way. Sabi ko, my God, ew. Totoo yan. I'm very vocal about it. I even said no. Can you imagine me doing multi-level marketing? Oh my God, I'm too beautiful for that. Ganun ako yes.
Yes. Biggest endorsers and events na ginagawa nyo, ano yung balik nyo sa company?
What do you mean? Sorry. Sige lang.
Business, ano ang balik niya na kumukuha kayo ng malalaking endorsers, gumagawa ng malalaking event? Anong profit ng company?
Okay, for me, there's a balik can mean ano yung kita ng company pero for me, ang balik is more of ano yung satisfaction na nakukuha mo. Yun ang balik for me. The profit, wala sa akin yun. In fact, to be honest with you, in the 10 years ng Frontrow, never did Sam and I sit down, pag-usapan natin magkano ang pera natin sa bangko. Last month, magkano kinita natin. Next year, magkano yung trend. Ganito yung annual gross. Never kami na ganun. Honestly, never. Never. We're not profit-driven. It's more of, we sit down, ano pwede pa natin, saan pa tayo pwede tumulong. Nung nangyari yung Mindanao, quietly, namin lahat ng mga members namin sa Mindanao. Kailangan tayo kumuha ng tubig, kumuha tayo ng mga damit, lahat ng mga damit nyo, iyaan natin yan, papadala kami, tutumbasan namin kung ano yung madonate nyo, tutumbasan namin yan. So, for me, ang balik ng Frontrow is not magkano kinita. Of course, the company has to earn for us to be able to pay for kuryente and all that. But for me, ang balik is, ilang tao ba ang natulungan namin? Ilang institution ba ang napadali namin na kahit konti ang buhay? Yun yung balik sa amin. Every time nakakarinig kami na, may isang tao lumapit sa akin kanina, sabi niya, alam mo, hindi ko alam, ate ko pala, Frontrow. Talaga? Siya yung stylist ni Catriona. Kinausap po sa backstage. Sabi niya, hindi ko alam, ate ko pala, Frontrow. Talaga ba? Anong ginagawa ng ate mo? Dati sales lady siya, ngayon nag-resign na. Kasi umuokay na yung buhay niya. That for me is the balik. Yun yung sa akin, sabi ko, thank you. So every time narinig ko yung mga ganun stories, at every time nakikita ko yung mga taong natutulungan namin with your help, like with Catriona's help, nakilala ko yung Young Focus. With Pia's help, nakilala namin yung Love Yourself. May mga ganun eh. So, si Gary, may gagawin kami soon sa April, meron naman charity kami gagawin. Si Jessica Sanchez, may charity yan sa Amerika, may gagawin na naman kami. Pag sinut namin yung song niya for Frontrow Cares. So, for me, yung balik, yung how the way we change people's lives. Hindi kami profit-driven. Okay? Yes. Meron ka pa tatanong kanina eh. Bago na-cut. Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Alright. First off, congratulations for pulling a successful event.
Thank you.
Can you tell us more about today's event?
Today's event, it's actually a Thanksgiving. A lot of people have been saying it's an anniversary, but for me, it's actually Thanksgiving. It's just a big way of saying thank you to you guys, to the members who we call family, to our believers who have helped us amplify our voices, to our suppliers, nandiyan yung mga suppliers namin, yung mga nagpiprint ng mga tarpaulin namin, yung nagpiprint ng mga paper bags namin, ito yung mga nagpiprint dito, yung Versa Life, yung mga yan, it's our way of saying thank you na ginawa nyo kaming ganito. At kasi, alam mo, dati talaga promise ang gusto ko lang talaga tulungan yung mga nasa front row. Yun lang yung pakay ko. Kunwari kayo, members ko ng front row, kayo tutulungan ko. Pero dahil we have been overwhelmingly blessed, I feel now we can afford to reach out to non-front row members and help out. Kaya yun yung nangyayari ngayon sa atin. I'm sure magte-trending ang front row all-in. Marami nang magtatanong, ano yung front row all-in? O ano yung front row? Ba't nandiyan si Catriona? Bakit nandiyan si Gary V? Bakit si Willie nandyan? And all. Pero sa akin, ito yung thank you namin. Hindi ko alam next year kung gaano kalaki na ito, kung kasya na sa... Sabi ko nga gawin na natin 3 nights tong Philippine Arena. Kasi parang hindi na kaya ng 1 night. Kasi talagang, as it is, ito palang mga believers natin. And next year, meron pa akong 3 malaking believer. Tapos meron akong isang international group. So, it's gonna be much bigger than this.
As you were saying earlier,
Yes, dear.
for how long is that the only objective for this event?
Yes. No, the objective of this event is to say thank you. The objective of Front Row is to help more people. So for tonight, we just want to say thank you and party and enjoy. And with that, we want to, yun nga, yung house and lot, yung mga ganun-ganon sa mga members. Kasi you'll be surprised, alam mo, Science, if you meet the members of Front Row and you hear their stories, iba rin talaga It's really different talaga. Meron dyan lumusong sa baha from Mabalacat or parang ganyan. Lumusong sa baha. Kaya basahin buong dito niya para makanod lang dito. Meron din dyan kanina naghahanap ng asawa. Uy, naloka ako doon!
Akala namin part of opening yun
Akala ko rin. Kailan mo nirealize na hindi?
Sabihin
Nung nakaganon na ako. Kasi akala ko part din
Hinahanap na si Daddy parang...
Una daddy, tapos sunod asawa. Hindi, ako, I did my research. Kaka-member lang daw niya today para makabili ng ticket. Nagpa-member siya today para makabili ng ticket. Siguro para hanapin si Peter Meresco. So, sa lahat ng mga press, kung nasaan si Peter Meresco, hanapin natin siya.
Google ba natin na Facebook?
Hindi ko alam, hindi ko pa na-Facebook search si Peter Meresco. Pero, yun, I mean, ang pakay natin tonight is para magpasaya lang and So, I'm sure mahanap niya asawa niya. Imagine, umiksena ng ganun. So, mahanap talaga niya asawa niya. Pero, tonight, it's you and I having fun.
RS, you mentioned kanina you never saw Front Row to be this big, 10 years back. Where do you see naman Front Row 10 years in the future?
Same answer. I cannot. If had I known 10 years ago that Front Row would be this big, dapat 10 years ago sinagot ko na. In 10 years, I'll be in Philippine Arena with press people asking about it, with Gary Valenciano, with Catriona Gray, and with Miss Universe partner, and with Gazini. I cannot. Di ako Madam Auring Hindi ko talaga. I really don't know. I always say, Front Row is a work in progress. What you see now, sinasabi niyo ang laki and big. Wala pa to. Wala pa nga tayong 10%. So, this is not final yet. Ang dahil pa namin i-improve. Imagine you saw, meron pa kaming online gagawin.
Yun na nga.
Front Row's not perfect. We're not perfect. And I'm not ashamed to say that. We're not perfect. But the greatest thing about me is, my competition is myself. I don't compete with other companies. For me, they're fans. I compete with myself. Whatever I do, I need to top. So I don't know what or who or how big Front Row will be 10 years from now. But I'm definitely sure that Front Row by that time, we'd be able to touch more people's lives. I don't know how, but with your help, I'm sure ganun yun 10 years from now. And 10 years from now, wala pa rin ako sa politics. Yes.
Any more questions?
Yes.
Sige, pagtapos ni Gary
Yes, sir. I'm asking na po for the...
oo. Tapos si Jessica alam mo, right after yun, baka si Jessica can come na. Tapos si Jess. Kuya Will.
Si Catriona.
Kuya Will is...
Where's Kat ba?
Si Kat po is hindi para po nag-reply sa coordinator. Sir, I'm fine.
Sige. Si Kuya Will.
Okay, well, I'm asking na.
Nandiyan na si Kuya Will. Baka kung pwede na si
Sige.
Kuya Will.
Siya pag-direction siya.
Alam mo, sayang kanina. Alam mo, promise kanina, nandun kami habang naghihintay kami ng We Are the Champions. Andun na kami. Naghihintay kami ng queue. Ganyan. Sana, kung alam ko lang tong room na to, binitbit ko.
So, very off topic. Ano lang pinatatanong ng mga editor ko?
Okay.
Sorry, phone-in question
sige.
Have you spoken to Gretchen?
Yeah, we're together. 2 days ago.
So...
And Tony, we were together. And si Tony hindi nagka-heart attack. We were together and that night, ilan pala kala ko.
Sir, bawal na once
Hindi! Kailangan gusto. Ako pa. We were together that night. Si Tony was gonna go to Cardinal to have his sciatic nerve. Kasi sumasakit. In fact, no, habang nagkikwentuhan kami, gumagano nga siya, minamasahin na niya. So yun ang kaya siya nasa Cardinal. And I was with Gretchen and Claudine and Inday. Mami Inday, we were together. Ano lang kami? Ito lang Tony, ako, Gretchen, Claudine, Mami Inday, Bettina Aspiliaga, Al, yung butler niya. Yun. Marjorie. Anthony Flores, of course, who's talking to Yun, akala ko sinong Marjorie. Anthony Flores. Yun, kami lang. Kami lang nagkikwentuhan. Tapos dumating yung anak niya, Santino. And yung isa pa? Sabina. Yun lang, kami lang, kwentuhan.
How's your family? And
How's your family? Of course, you know. You know the families.
May advice,
They're all...
in-advise po ba kayo kay Gretchen? So, para maging...
Hindi, ang advice ko lang sa kanya, walang advice. Ang sinabi ko lang, alam mo, Frontrow is Team Greta. Sinabi ko lang yun. Actually, in a few weeks, makita mo na yung billboard ni Gretchen. Frontrow is Team Greta. Sinabi ko, Gretchen, I know you speak the truth all the time. Even to me, honey, ano ba yan? You speak the truth all the time. I don't know how the press will take it. But at the end of the day, kita mo. You're vindicated. Kita mo talaga lahat. I have nothing against Marjorie or Claudine or JJ, Nicole or kung sino man. I have nothing. They're all my friends. So it doesn't mean na may something sila, kaaway ko na rin si ganito, no. It's just that I'm just uber close with Gretchen. Yun lang talaga. So si Gretchen. So if there's anything, I'll be with Gretchen. Sige.
For its member and future members.
Ano na, what's in store? Well, what's in store for for the members? A bigger and better front row. We always strive for the betterment of the company. As you've seen in the presentation ni Sam a while ago, by January 1, we'll be launching our new platform, which is all access. So meaning to say, kasi nakita namin, ang mga members namin, manually, they pick up and manually they send. Sabi natin, how come hindi? Kasi baka maudlot, sabihin, si RS, Chusera. Di ba? Alam mo, ayoko magaganyan eh.
Pero wala na pong kaming ibang event this year.
Meron, Christmas party. Pero Christmas party, ano lang yan? Christmas party, ano lang yan? By teams yan eh. Nag-Christmas party and all. Pero at least nasa media database na naman kayo eh. Diba? So, wala problema. I'm happy to see familiar faces here na alam ko sumusupport talaga sa front row. So, ako, thank you. Kaya nga, pansin nyo kanina pa ako, thank you. Kasi part kayo doon. Hindi kayo, nag-thank you ko nga sa akin, kaya medyo naguluhan ako. Pero thank you, ako nagte-thank you talaga. Kasi hindi talaga namin in-expect tong ganito, na maging ganito.
Adam, sige.
Sige dear, sorry, nangalay ka na.
Sir, Adam from Slash Factor.
Of course, I know.
Sir, I want to ask from what you said earlier, any hint on the Pasabog project?
Ay nako, kayo talaga. We had dinner with Catriona in New York.
Yeah, we saw that your post.
Pinost ka ba?
Oo, sila yung pa sa page ko yung photos.
Oo, kaya.
Imagine publish pa.
Super promo.
Ito sa shopper shop.
Imagine na niya ba?
Ay, ano pa?
Then na-post naman yung
Pinost ka ba?
photo.
Pinost ka ba?
Yeah, we saw that.
Tsaka niya, nabili ni Sir Sam.
O baka magaling na.
Okay, hindi. Baka hindi ko kasi alam, pag nandun, hindi ko alam kung napopost or di ba nga parating ang tinatanong sa akin?
Hindi na ba yun? Hindi ka na mabigyan. Oh, okay.
Ayun na.
Sir, alam ko na-
Ikaw ang special topic namin ng gabing yun.
Sir, sir, tanong ko lang.
Sige, Adam.
I know this is kind of off topic, pero we just want to ask if, bakit sir, sa tingin niyo, hindi
University.
dito?
Hindi ako, totoo personally, ayoko talaga. Ayoko talaga kasi nga, I want Gazini to win. So pag dito, tapos nanalo, baka sabihin luto.
Okay,
Diba
yun.
issue?
Gusto ko ang dami nang nanalo sa states at doon din.
Pero syempre kung parang...
Iba pa rin talaga eh. I want her to talagang win. In fact, nung gusto ko win Catriona sa New York, I hope Gazini wins, no? Sabi niya, yeah, I know. I hope she trains and prepares like you. Yeah, I'm sure she does, sabi ni Catriona. Kasi talagang I want her to win. And I was telling Paula, in fact, I told Paula, sabi ko, Paula, are you sure here? Because if here, and Philippines win, people will say, she won. Because of Frontrow and because she's Frontrow and all that. Siyempre, I want her to really win. So, ako talaga personally, okay sa akin na saan ba gawin? Atlanta? Atlanta.
Miss Universe. Frontrow ba?
Sige, sagutin mo muna yun. Okay lang.
Ano ba ang may-ari ng Miss Universe Philippines franchise for 2020?
Ano ba sabi niya? Ano ba sabi ng Angel Cards?
Ano sabi ng Angel Card? Sige.
Basta hindi ko pa alam.
Ay, hindi mo katigil ng diretso. Yun ba yun?
Hindi ko pa alam. Ayoko muna wala pa naman eh.
Pero alam mo yun, narinig mo yung balitang yun na kung sa inyo naman.
Talaga? Nauna ka pa. Hindi ko talaga alam pa. Hindi, alam mo bakit? Kasi talaga promise hindi kasi talaga ako pageant My best friends are
Nandun lang yung pumapasok ka.
Hindi, pero talaga hindi ko nga. Kaya na kami ni Esther, pinag-usapan namin yung mga Miss Universe. Kasi ilan years na pala siya? 1998? Pala siya si Esther. Esther, sabi ko, you've been with Miss since 1998. Sabi niya, yeah. So you met Dayanara?
No.
You know, she's 1993.
93.
Oo. Oh, I'm sorry. Sabi ko, I don't know. Sabi ko, sorry because I'm not really well-versed with that. So hindi ko talaga alam yung mga yan.
So,
Hindi ko pa alam.
Pero,
May pinag-usapan lang kami, pero hindi ko pa naintindihan masyado. Mahina ang ko dyan. Pati sa basketball din, hindi ko rin alam. So para alam nyo, yung mga PBA, yung mga, ano pa ba yung mga iba? UP Maroons, hindi ko alam na yung tawag. Hindi ko alam. Promise, hindi ko alam yun. Mas alam ko pa yung mga charity, mga ganyan.
Sir, last question.